Some people don't conquer with armies or weapons. They conquer with charm, with words, with manipulation so precise you don't even realize you're being played until it's too late. Psychologists call it the Dark Triad. 3 traits: narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. When combined, they create the most dangerous kind of human being, someone who can seduce, exploit, and destroy, all while smiling to your face. This isn't just about psychology, it's about survival. You'll find these traits in politicians, CEOs, influencers, even in the person you're dating. Understanding how the Dark Triad works is like learning the code of human manipulation. Because in a world built on influence, the ones who recognize these patterns win, and the ones who don't become pawns. So let's break it down. What each trait really means, how they operate in everyday life, and why the Dark Triad might be the most important concept for anyone who wants to understand power. At first, narcissism doesn't look dangerous. It looks magnetic. The narcissist is charming, confident, self-assured. They walk into a room, and the air shifts. People are drawn to them because they radiate certainty in a world where most of us doubt ourselves. But the shine hides the truth. Narcissists are addicted to validation. Every compliment is fuel, every criticism a wound, and they don't just want to be respected, they want to be worshipped. In relationships, that obsession turns toxic. You're not a partner, you're a mirror. Your role is to reflect their greatness. The moment you stop reflecting it, they discard you, coldly, sometimes brutally. That's why narcissistic bosses, leaders, and influencers can be so destructive. They build empires not to serve others, but to serve their fragile egos. And here's the twist: society rewards them. Social media is a narcissist's playground. Every like, every follow, every share feeds the hunger. In a culture obsessed with attention, narcissism isn't just tolerated, it's celebrated. If narcissism is fragile ego, psychopathy is something colder, the absence of conscience. The psychopath doesn't feel guilt, doesn't hesitate with fear, doesn't lose sleep over the harm they cause. They're wired for risk, reward, and domination. What makes them so effective is their calm. While others are overwhelmed by anxiety or morality, psychopaths see clearly. They can manipulate, lie, even harm, without a flicker of hesitation. That's why they often thrive in chaos, high-stakes business, politics, crime. But it isn't just about violence. A psychopath can be the charismatic leader who makes ruthless decisions without blinking. They can be the colleague who sabotages you and smiles as you crumble. They can even be the partner who betrays you and feels nothing while you bleed emotionally. The chilling truth: their confidence is seductive. Their fearlessness looks like strength. People follow them, admire them, sometimes even fall in love with them. Then there's Machiavellianism, the art of manipulation perfected. Named after Niccolo Machiavelli, the Renaissance thinker who wrote about power and strategy, this trait is about patience, control, and cunning. A Machiavellian doesn't explode like a narcissist or act impulsively like a psychopath. They plan, they calculate, they wait. Where others see moments, they see maps. Every connection is a potential tool. Every piece of information is leverage. Unlike psychopaths, Machiavellians don't seek thrill, they seek results. They play the long game, weaving webs of influence, pulling strings without ever being seen. You might think you're making your own choices, but in reality, they set the stage, and you're just walking the path they designed. That's what makes them dangerous. They rise to power not through force, but through quiet control. In politics, they spin narratives. In business, they build alliances. In personal life, they take control of your decisions slowly, until you start to wonder how you ever thought independently. Individually, narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism are already potent psychological traits, but when they intersect, they create something far more formidable: the Dark Triad. a behavioral blueprint for manipulation, exploitation, and control. The narcissist brings the need for admiration, a constant craving to be seen, praised, and validated. The psychopath contributes emotional detachment, the ability to harm without remorse, to view people as tools rather than individuals. And the Machiavellian adds strategic calculation, the patience and foresight to plan several moves ahead while appearing trustworthy. When these forces merge in one person, they produce a personality capable of charming crowds while dismantling individuals. These are the people who climb social ladders with ease because they understand the psychology of perception. They mirror what others want to see. They manipulate what others believe, and they discard anyone who's no longer useful. You'll find them everywhere: power pools, in boardrooms, political offices, cult movements, media empires, even relationships. They understand that attention is the modern currency, and they know exactly how to spend it. A narcissist craves the spotlight, but a dark triad personality uses it to gain loyalty, control narratives, and quietly eliminate rivals. The unsettling reality is, the world doesn't merely tolerate these individuals, it rewards them. Systems built on competition, ambition, and influence create the perfect breeding ground. In environments where charm outshines integrity, empathy becomes a liability, and the dark triad thrives. This isn't just psychology for textbooks or documentaries. It's part of your daily life, at work, in politics, online, even in personal relationships. You've likely met someone who fits the profile, a boss who takes credit for everything but blame for nothing, a partner who gaslights you until you question your reality, a leader who promises hope while exploiting followers behind the scenes. The danger lies in how normal they can seem. These individuals don't wear warning labels. They're often intelligent, confident, magnetic, qualities that draw people in before the damage begins. Their manipulation isn't always loud or obvious. It's subtle, psychological, done through framing, guilt, isolation, and charm. That's what makes the dark triad so effective. It hides behind likability. By the time their true motives surface, the damage, emotional or financial, is often already done. Recognizing the early signs, excessive self-focus, lack of empathy, calculated deceit, is your first line of defense. But awareness doesn't just protect you. It changes how you navigate power dynamics entirely. Once you understand the triad's tactics, love bombing, gaslighting, social climbing, emotional detachment, you begin to see patterns others miss. You stop internalizing manipulation as your fault and start reading it as strategy. Knowledge doesn't make you paranoid, it makes you prepared. And in a world where power often hides behind a smile, that awareness can be the difference between being controlled and staying conscious. The dark triad isn't a myth, it's a lens, a way of understanding the patterns of control that shape the world around you. These traits, narcissism, psychopathy, Machiavellianism, exist in fragments in all of us, but when they dominate, they create predators in a world full of prey. The choice is simple. Walk blind into that world or sharpen your vision. See the masks for what they are. Learn the code of manipulation. Refuse to be anyone's pawn, because in the end, the greatest defense against the dark triad is awareness. If this pulled back the curtain for you, hit subscribe and join us here at Dark Honey. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you crossed paths with someone like this? Someone who fits the dark triad? Share your story, because every experience sharpens the community's awareness. And check the description. We've left books, tools, and resources to take you deeper into the psychology of power and influence. This is Dark Honey. See clearly, think sharply. Guard your mind, because in a world where influence decides everything, knowledge isn't just power, it's survival.